before I start, before I start going into a whole bunch of different things, I just wanted to say that my friend Lindsay, I have to say this now because if I try to do this later, I'm definitely gonna forget, and I really want to talk about this. My friend Lindsay Pankhurst from Islands, I know him from Islands, where I work. He has a YouTube channel that he's trying to start called My Two Cents of Nonsense. That was part of the reason why I thought to do this video. I was featured in one of his videos that what he does is he does movie reviews. And this guy is so knowledgeable about movies and acting because he is an actor. And he is just way too knowledgeable about movies, and his opinions are amazing because they're coming from such deep-rooted roots, and because of all of his knowledge about movies and lighting and things that I wouldn't even think about. So I was in one of his videos. You can check that out right here. Please subscribe to his channel because he's amazing, and he is the most dedicated YouTuber that I know, because that I know personally. He's really trying to start up his channel, and he posts pretty often, and he spends his own money to go watch movies and to review them. So he has really cool opinions. Go watch that video. Go subscribe to his channel. And this is going to be my review on Inside Out, Pixar's newest movie, and also the inside out of my own life. Full spoilers for the movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it, and then come back and watch this. If you don't care about spoilers, then, just watch the rest of this video at your own risk, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do this video by not doing spoilers. So, if you are trying to watch the movie, what I'm going to talk about is the idea that this is the saddest movie I've ever seen. Of anything. I watch TV shows, I watch movies, I watch plays, I've lived life. This is the saddest thing I've ever had to sit through for an hour and a half. So if you are going to watch the movie, and you don't want to hear about spoilers, just understand that the rest of everything that I'm going to talk about right now is about why I think this is the saddest thing in the world. So just be warned, if you're about to go see it, be prepared, because I wasn't. So here we go. So, I went to go watch this movie, with literally no prior knowledge about this movie at all, other than the one trailer of the one scene, and it's the scene where they're in the dining room, and Riley, and it's her two parents, and the camera goes in and out of each person's head to explain what the movie is, and it's about feelings and what you feel inside your own head. And this is something that I am just all about, because I am in my head 24/7. I'm very in touch with all of my feelings, and this is kind of going into the idea that I haven't done a video in a really long time. I've been going through a lot recently. I haven't had, it's June right now. I haven't had a car since February. And I've managed to go to country bars twice, 3 times a week, because I realized how I could take the bus. I take the bus to work every morning. I take the bus back. I started realizing that I could still go to country bars, so I would take 2 buses, sometimes 3 buses, to get from work to a country bar. I'm hoping that somebody could bring me back, knowing that I should probably pay the person that is bringing me back, because they're doing me a favor. A lot of my friends have been really nice to me, and they have just been okay with it, and they, um, they bring me back, and it's fine. But that's how, sometimes I Uber back. I've been using Uber a lot, spending like upwards of $30, $40 to come just as a one-way trip to or from a country bar per night. If I pay my friends, I pay them like $20 because they're saving me money. A lot of the time, they don't even expect money from me. So like anything that I give them is amazing to them, or I hope it is. That's how I've been surviving, and it's been incredibly difficult. And and this is just an added thing to my own normal, oh my god, I don't have a girlfriend existence of my life. Inside Out is a movie about a young girl who just turned 11, and all of these feelings have been inside of her since birth, since she woke up. And it's centered basically around two different feelings that are represented as joy and sadness. And I feel like that is what drives most people, more so than any other feeling that you have. You have other feelings, but the two things that are very prevalent in your life are being happy all the time, or trying to be happy all the time, and being sad about things. In the very start of the movie, it starts with joy, and it starts with, she is the she is the alpha female of Riley's brain, and she's trying to keep Riley happy all the time. And for the past, however, February, March, April, May, June, 5 months, and for the last 6 years of my life, I have been struggling with being happy, wanting to be happy all the time, and doing things and just going to clubs and going and drinking energy drinks and drinking alcohol and having friends and having, like doing all the things that I can possibly do to stay happy. And it's hard. And it's hard because sometimes I'm not. But I feel like everybody wants me to, and everybody expects me to. And that's what Joy does in the movie. She is pressured all the time to lead and to be happy, and to keep Riley happy, and she goes on this journey with sadness and she keeps fighting to keep Riley happy. Sadness, on the other hand, keeps fucking things up. And in the beginning of the movie, you're just like everybody else on my Facebook, where, like, I write something sad, and everybody's just like, stop doing that, like, stop fucking things up, and, like, what is your problem? Like, go away, sadness, like, stop messing things up. Because that's how the character is portrayed, like, this bumbling, like, her sadness just starts touching, like, the different kinds of memories that Riley has, and there's a scene where she has to speak in front of her class, and Joy has a happy memory, and she moves from her town, where she used to be like this really big hockey player, and she used to have a lot of friends, and she had a great house, and she had the world, and then she moves to San Francisco, this really terrible neighborhood, to this school where nobody cares about her, to where she can't even play hockey anymore because she's so, like, distraught over everything. Like, this was my fucking life. This movie was my life. And she's in front of her class, and she starts talking about how, because they ask her about, like, like, what was your previous life like, and she's like, oh, it was so great, and it was amazing, and sadness ends up touching that memory about like how she had her family and they used to play hockey together, and sadness touches that memory, and then it starts becoming sad to her, and she's like, but that will never happen anymore, and because now I'm here and I don't know anybody, and it sucks. I swear, this entire movie was the hardest thing for me to watch that I've ever seen. It was an hour and a half of me just getting red wedding stabbed to death, like, over and over and over and over, and then it would stop, and there would be a joke, but that would only be because the knife was, like, I could freeze the time where the knife was outside of me, and then there would be a joke, and then it would just hit me again, and again, and again. This movie, man. Like, I got out of this theater, and I had to work at Cold Stones, because now I have a good job at Cold Stones as well, and I had like 2 hours to kill, and for a good hour and a half, I was sitting at Starbucks, and I was just a wreck. I was like crying through this movie, like, I couldn't even hold back tears that were just like forcing their way through my face. And then when I went to Starbucks, I was just like this for like an hour and a half. This was earlier today, and I still feel this. I feel like I'm still gonna feel this for months. Because it was just so glaring to my own life. The reason why this connects to my channel is because I don't think a lot of you realize who I am anymore. Because a lot of the time I don't realize who I am anymore. I'm sad a lot of the time. I can't just keep making tutorial videos. I can't keep doing magic for everybody. I can't be happy all the time. And a lot of my friends don't realize this, and they'll probably never realize this, just like how a lot of my subscribers will just think I'm a bad YouTuber and I just don't post new videos anymore, but that's not even the case. I'm dealing with a lot of things that you don't even understand, that I try to repress and not talk about, because everybody wants me to be happy, because that's the thing. Everybody wants to be happy. Why would anybody want to be sad? You just want to look at the bright side of things. You want to, like, there's so many Facebook quotes that everybody just keeps posting, like, why be sad? And being sad is just such a stigma in the world. People make me feel sad about being sad. Like, they're not okay with me being sad. And that's what this whole movie was trying to show you, and to show people that there are people out there that are sad, that you don't even know, because you're telling them to be happy all the time, because they want to be happy for you. And there are some things that they're just really sad about. There's just been a lot of things that have happened in my entire life, or in my entire life. Let's not do that. A lot of people I was talking to a couple of people. I haven't talked to a lot of people. I talked to a couple of people today, later, since I've seen the movie, and they saw the movie not as being sad, but as a natural progression of life. And the whole movie is based around the idea that she's losing all of the things that made her a kid, and she's becoming something else. So all of these like things that these islands of memories that she has in her mind, they start getting destroyed throughout the entire course of the movie. And to to a progressive standpoint, I get it. But I mean, like, when Goofball Island first gets destroyed, and her hockey life gets destroyed, and then her friend life gets destroyed, and her family life gets destroyed. Throughout the course of the movie, it's just this movie, man. It's maybe I just don't know how to let go. I don't know how to let go of things. Everything about me is just so like I have to keep it because it makes me who I am. Because if I lose it, I don't know who I am, I guess. I lose my identity. I don't know how to create a new one. I don't know. I just wanted to make this video blog to show you guys that this is my time that I'm giving myself to be sad. And everybody's first instinct is to write me something uplifting and to say, oh, don't feel like that. And this is what this movie is trying to tell you, that you can't keep doing that. You can't. Just sometimes you have to be sad, and sometimes people have to allow you to be sad about things. They can't make you feel guilty about being sad. They can't make you feel sad about being sad. And I feel like that is the driving force of how I've lived the last 6 years of my life. Not wanting to be sad because it's not good to be sad. Because you have to be happy all the time. Because if you're not being happy for yourself, you have to be happy for somebody else. And that's the only way other things that will be happy will be given to you, is if you're happy. Because you won't get anything if you're sad. And so like that moment at the end when Joy finally accepts that idea, and she's just in the room because she just ran back home, and she gives all the core memories to Sadness and says, here. And so Sadness gets them and like changes them all so that she could like let them go, and then so that they could create new memories. That was just like, and then when Sadness gives the sad memory to Joy so that she can change it and have it be happy. This movie was no joke. Like, you are just struggling throughout the whole movie. I'm sorry, I was just struggling throughout the whole movie to find something that wasn't entirely gonna make me just break down in that theater. There's just so much that I haven't said to almost anybody these things that bother me. Just things like, I have a friend that, so it's gonna be my birthday in about 2 weeks, next month, and this is the first birthday that I've ever had in recent years where I don't even know. I'm not necessarily looking forward to it as much as I have past birthdays. Very first birthday I ever had was when I first started going to country bars, and I had an In Cahoots birthday, and it was amazing because I was going to In Cahoots for 2 years, and like it was just the thing, and so I had like a bunch of friends, and it was great. The very next year, I spent most of that time starting to go to the ranch. No, I'm sorry. The year before that was when I started getting into magic, and so for that birthday, I planned to go to um, I wanted to perform magic for a bunch of people at City Walk, and so I did that. And that video is on my YouTube channel. You can check it out under my magic playlist. It's called Epic Birthday Magic. And so I went with a bunch of my Iowans friends, and I performed magic for a bunch of people, and it was great. The very next year, I spent so much time going to the ranch that became my new place, and I went to the ranch and they did this whole big event. A bunch of my friends went, and a bunch of my friends from a bunch of different country bars, like In Cahoots people went, ranch people went, Montana's people, they went, like just Yost people went, just everybody from everywhere, and it was crazy. And this year, I really wanted to go to Disneyland. I'm sorry, you can check that video out. It's called Epic Birthday Dancing. And this year I had an idea that I wanted to do an Epic Birthday Disneyland video. And so a long time ago, I wanted to invite somebody because I didn't want to be last minute. And so I invited my friend, and I don't even know if she still can. I mean, I don't have a car, so it's not even like I can. I invited her because I was pretty sure that by now I wouldn't have a girlfriend or anybody else to really invite, and I really wanted to invite somebody, and so I picked her. And then one of my really great friends, she is moving, and so I thought to myself that if my other friend couldn't go, or if it would be okay if I could invite this one, because I'm not going to see her again. And she told me that she was working, and that hurt a lot, because I would do anything for this girl. She's the one person that if I didn't have a girlfriend, that I would want to be there. If not because I'm never going to see her again, but because she makes me feel that special. And she doesn't even know it. And now I won't. So, and then I don't know what then. What's after? I don't. I don't. I have another friend that I like, and she's dating somebody. I have another friend that I like, and another of my friend likes her. I know I'm being really cryptic, but I figured if I'm gonna post this on my Facebook and somebody watches this. See what I'm saying? People make me feel bad about feeling bad. I can't feel sad. I can't tell anybody. This is why I used to do video blogs all the time. Because I couldn't tell anybody. When Riley reconciles with her parents. I don't have that either. I have parents that will monetarily support me to the ends of the earth, but emotionally they can't do anything. They're just not on the same planet as me emotionally. They're so detached from that entire spectrum of the world, which is a wonder how I'm like how I am. Maybe I get this from the dad that I never knew. This is what Inside Out felt like to me. This video blog. However you feel right now, that's what Inside Out was to me. You're just looking for a joke. You're just looking for some light at the end of this tunnel, and there's just none. It just keeps hitting you harder and harder. When she gets her imaginary friend, and you know that eventually her imaginary friend's gonna leave her because, of course, right? And and he sacrifices himself so that the rocket ship will become lighter. That was rough. The whole movie, man. I keep looking for the next high. The next energy drink that I can take. The next 5 hour that I can take. The next Rockstar fruit punch that I can take. The next Monster that I can take. The next Honey Jack I can drink. The next Fireball that I can drink. That's what I've been doing for 6 years. And that's especially what I've been doing for the last 2 months. There was like 3 weeks where I had one of those drinks every single day. It's rotation. Because I couldn't survive without it. Without them. Because I'm expected to be a specific way. If not from other people, but from myself. Because everybody has to be happy, everybody has to be great, and everybody has to be amazing, and there's no time for sadness. And you have to make time. You have to slow down your life, and you have to make time for sadness, because if everybody else won't allow you to be sad, you owe it to yourself to be sad, to allow yourself to be sad. And everybody might not understand it. Actually, I know for a fact that everybody won't understand it. But it's just something you have to do. And hopefully you don't have to do it alone. Hopefully you don't have to sit in a room and talk to a camera and hopefully you have friends. Hopefully you have family. Hopefully you have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, somebody that listens to you, somebody that doesn't judge you, somebody that isn't constantly trying to make you feel like you have to be happy, somebody that doesn't somebody that allows you to be who you are. Somebody that still loves you because you are who you are. That's my wish for you. Because it's hard to go 6 years, or your entire life, or a week, or a day, feeling like you can't tell anybody except for a camera. Because you feel like everybody is just so invested in their own problems. So you listen to them and you hope that they'll give you a chance to explain yours and that they'll just listen to you, and they don't. Because there's no time. Because they don't care. So if you're wondering why I haven't done a video in a while, and you've gotten to this point in this video, well, now you know. For all those other people who saw 20 minutes or 30 minutes or however long this video is and said, I'm not going to watch that, well then I guess they'll never know. They'll just think I'm a bad YouTuber, and I am. But it's because for the last 6 years of my life, I've just been saying, shut up, sadness.